Man, there's been a couple of things that have really held me back in comedy. First is that I'm not funny. And second is that I haven't gotten my stuff out there. And that's probably more importantly. But because no comedian's that funny these days, they're fucking all pathetic, really. There's no content. It's just a bunch of goofy shit. It's like slapstick. It's like we went back to the 1920s and everybody's doing fucking Charlie Chaplin routines. But, I mean, some of that's important, I guess. But you should have some content, too. You should have some kind of funny premise when you go on stage, which seems to be devoid these days in a lot of comics. They have premises. They're just not funny at all. They're too serious, or they're too shallow, or there's something about it's missing. The greats were there. You could hear the greats back in the day. And if I sat down and maybe just wrote comedy, which is what I'd like to do, I'd like to write, really, because doing comedy, it's hard. And I don't want to work really hard. That's why I want to do comedy. So writing is a good way to take your time. But again, going back to this, nobody has shit. But like shallow, and I think it's something to do with we've done a lot's been done already, and everybody, instead of just trying to do their own way of stuff or their own version, like nobody wants to do their parent humor or something, because if you do that, you're going to run right into the same humor somebody else did. And for me, I don't know, I'm pretty much an improviser, and that's why it's not incredibly gut wrenching, gut busting stuff. But I just like to tell stories, and I just like to make it up kind of as I go. And that's fun for me, but I wouldn't classify it as Richard Pryor by any means, right? But you gotta, I think people are worried about plagiarism. I was watching Joe Rogan on the internet because you can't avoid him. I was actually looking up something about the election controversy with I don't know who it was, the black surgeon guy, Ben Carson. That's him. He said some dumb shit about slaves and immigrants or something. Anyway, I'm looking to read something on that, and of course I get redirected to Joe Rogan because every fucking thing's about Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, Joe Rogan, Joe Rogan! And so I've decided, I look at it, I watched the Mencia thing, because somehow Joe Rogan controversy with Mencia, it shows up, and I look at it, because I'm a sucker for Joe Rogan. Love the guy. Anyway, in this case, I'd like to say, thumbs up. Good job. Way to go. That's my thumb somewhere. There it is. Way to go, Joe. And taking down Charles Mencia. Carlos Mencia sucks. And he's a douchebag. Good job. But the fucking example you used of his plagiarism is bone dumb, because everybody in the world, that's like universal joke. Every fucking buddy's going to do that joke. Because when Trump came out with the wall joke, the wall thing, the first thing I thought was, well, who's he going to get to build it? But then, because I'm not as stupid as Carlos Mencia, who couldn't even think of that himself, I thought, well, everybody's going to do this joke. I got to do it my own way. Imagine that. An idea like that doesn't seem to come around these days. It seems like everybody either wants to just completely regurgitate something somebody else did, like Carlos was doing, because he wasn't even creative. I think what Ari or somebody of your friends' joke was I hear, let's use Trump. I hear Trump wants to build a wall. Well, who's he going to get to build it? Simple one-liner. Anybody could think of it. Carlos doesn't even change it. What a fucking bonehead. Now me, I did it. I did the joke. I did it like this. It's just a variation. I did a lot of things. I said, well, Trump wants to build a wall. He's going to have some troubles. He's going to run into some issues. I can see him on the phone first trying to get contractors. And you're going to be like, hello, yeah, we're building a pretty high profile thing here, construction. We're looking for some contracting companies. It's going to be a lot of media involved. And so we're just wondering, do you hire illegal aliens? Click. We're just for your own safety, because there's going to be a lot of media. We're wondering, you don't happen to hire illegal aliens, do you? Click. That's how I do the joke, or I did the joke. It's not that good of a joke. Come on, you can't rely on that. But if you could, but Mencia was a douche. So again, if you took down, thumbs up, big thumbs up to that. Glad he's not out there, fucking stealing everybody's shit. But that joke, all right, I think I went on. I was like, well, he's going to have other problems. The Mexicans aren't going to really, because he's going to have to hire one of these companies, and they're just going to have some illegals working, and then they're going to leave, big rivets out and shit, so there's like huge panels that'll just fold up and down. They can have their friends go through, write it down on a little map. They've been doing this shit for years. It's not like they're fucking amateurs, Besides, they're using tunnels, so building a wall is kind of stupid, because they're tunneling under right now. Well, it doesn't matter how high you build a wall. Just in case you didn't know, you can build a wall 100, 300 fucking feet if they're tunneling, but hey, that's just another thing. That's another issue he's going to run into. And then there's the whole thing when the left comes in, and it's going to be very difficult when people can say, well, Reagan was like, tear down these walls, and Trump's like, build this fucking wall. That's another joke I figured a lot of people would say, but I thought I'd just slip it in, because I thought of it too. It wasn't like I had to fucking plagiarize it. It was a simple, stupid joke. All right, man, I'm out.